Hi, my name's Nigel Mitchell and I'm Head of Nutrition at EF Education First Drapac, powered by Cannondale, and we're at the Tour de France. When we're looking at the pre-race and race nutrition, we use a combination of foods and nutrition products. The foods we have are just really high quality general foods, so the chef will make porridge on a morning. Omelettes are very popular. She'll often go through as many as 24 eggs on a morning for omelettes for the riders. And we also have fresh vegetable juice, yogurts, etc. But the thing a lot of people are interested about is the nutrition products that we use. And we use, when we're racing, we use a combination of race foods, so we have things such as the rice cakes, which is basically a solid rice pudding, and then we have really good high quality nutrition products as well. Our partner we work with on the nutrition products is OTE, which is a Yorkshire based company, and some of these foods the guys will snack on the way to the race. Some of them they'll use in the race, and some of them again they'll snack on afterwards. So one of the really popular bars are the anytime bars, and these really do what it says on the packet. It's something that you can really have at any time. So on the way to the race, just as the guys are sort of being settled down, they may have one of these, they may munch away on an anytime bar, and then when they start the race in the first part, when it's usually not quite as chaotic, they'll often munch on one or two of these as well. And we aim for the riders usually to be getting through about 80 to 100 grams of carbohydrates per hour, and we'll do that in a combination of using solid type foods, liquids and gels as well, but we tend to have more of the liquids and the gels, or the gels in particular, later on in the race. Got to remember that when we're using the energy drink, each bottle of that will give the riders 40 grams of carbohydrate, and what we're looking for when it's hot like this is for the guys to be getting through 2 bottles of drink an hour. So that might be a bottle of the race drink, which has also got electrolytes in it as well as carbohydrate, and also a bottle of water. So we aim to be getting up to roughly about a litre per hour, which takes some doing, takes a lot of practice and training for the riders, especially when we get to the mountains and it's super early and it can be difficult to drink. Along with the bars, soigneurs will put together rice cakes, they'll put together little paninis and little bits of cake as well. The other bars that we use a lot of is the duo bar, and this is quite a clever idea because each bar's got 40 grams of carbohydrate and about 9 grams of protein, but it's split into 2, so it's like 2 feeds, it's like 2 bits of food. And these have been based on the concept of the rice cakes, so it's a rice based bar, and these are very popular with riders. So these are really designed to be really easily digested and to provide the energy that they need while they're going. Mentioned before about the gels, and the gels that we use are the OTE gels. This one's a caffeine gel which has got 50 milligrams of caffeine in, so somebody might take one of these 5-10 minutes before they know that it's going to be a big effort. Again, these supply 20 grams of carbohydrate, and the nice thing with these is that they're a juice base, so the juice with added extra carbohydrates and electrolytes as well. They also do the non-caffeine flavoured gels as well. In a typical race, a day like yesterday when riders are tending to use gels and liquids more, a rider could easily get through 10-14 gels in a race. So these have got to be really easy on the stomach. Once the guys have finished, all of the riders are given a recovery drink, and the recovery drink that we use at the Tour de France is the super protein. So this is really quite a high tech protein. So this has got added leucine, which is a branched chain amino acid, and the idea with the higher leucine content is that it helps with protein synthesis. What that basically means is helping for the muscle to recover. It also has HMB, hydroxymethylbutyrate, which helps to reduce the muscle breakdown, the muscle catabolism with it as well. It also has additional glutamine in it as well, which is amino acid which is very important for the immune system and also for the digestive system. A lot of what we do is really to try and protect the digestive system, the stomach. So the drinks that we use are all what we call neutral pH. So neutral pH drinks is something that I've used in sport for the last 15 years, and this is just really about protecting the small intestine, because the small intestine is an alkali environment, and if we take a lot of acid, and most sports drinks have got a low pH or acidic, then that changes the acidity within the small intestine, and then that can affect the viability of what we call the villi. So the villi are those little finger things, if you remember back from O-level biology, and they increase the surface area, and that's where the digestion and absorption goes off. So once we finish the race, all the riders will have a protein drink. The protein drink's great for putting some protein back in the body. It's also great for giving fluid. Then they'll come on the bus, and then we have food on the bus, and that's predominantly rice based. Rice, potato, some chicken, and when they're travelling back to the hotel, then often the riders will be snacking again, and one of the things that they often will snack on are things like the protein bars. And this new protein bar, the peanut flavoured one, has become really popular with the riders, and it's quite popular with JV as well. Our boss on the team will often have one of these on the morning. So they're all really good again on the snacking on the way back. Once they get back, then they usually go to the food room for some cereals, then it's dinner, and then they'll often have some more protein before they go to bed. So that's the day in the life of eating for a Tour de France rider. For me, they're either sleeping, eating, or riding the bike, or massage, and when they're riding the bike, they're often eating.